Yo guys, what is going on? I'm here with my boy Jesse today, TCG Con in Houston.
I'm coming back in for this one too.
Shout out to Prim. Yeah, absolutely, bro.
My absolute mans came through with the Gabubond. This is the goo. It's the Gabubond.
Ultimate sauce.
And yeah, this is the nuts.
Yeah, bro. So you ended up X1 yesterday, right? Yeah. After Swiss.
Losing to you.
Yeah, of course. And so yeah, bro, we can get into the list, your choices and whatnot, anything you change and however you want to do it.
Yeah, I was planning on taking Pure Bond to here, but last night I saw some Ancients and I felt like putting Ancients in.
The 1 a.m. sauce, bro.
And
that's when you have the best ideas.
I wanted red package for the longest time.
What time did the tournament start? 12?
Yeah.
What time we go to bed? Like 3?
Yeah. Oh my god.
From like noon to 3, it went from we're playing Gabubond to we're adding Ancients to just...
Yeah, well, we didn't have fireballs though, bro.
Yeah, but we also tested it was like 1 a.m. and we tested like 6 sets. It was like Grandis, Melga, the goo.
Absolute sauce.
I was trying to get the red package in here for the longest. Nobody would let me do it, but we got it in here. So,
nice.
So it's just basic eggs. Yep. 4 Upamon standard, and then 1 Kyaramon because I run 4 Kumo, so you can get
okay. Trash a source to draw one, yeah. Okay, seems cool.
And then got the best Gabu, just the standard.
Flower Agu, Bond of Friendship.
Yeah, 12 rookies, so just a standard lineup.
Right, okay.
4 EX Gabu. So this is a level 4 target, and it's the Ancient target a lot, because you can search off the Ancient when you swing, get your mat ready to go into Gabu, because usually you want to go into Ancient first and then finish the game with Bond. So,
and this just grabs like consistency pieces.
Yeah,
like
just consistent. It mostly grabs your mats, but it also refills your rookies if you're missing Gabus and stuff like that. It also grabs your Bond. So probably the only change I would make is I did do 4 Drabu. I might cut 2 and 2 for the all turns Gabu that gives plus 1,000 if you have 8.
A star deck one, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That one's definitely better as an inherited.
Yeah,
but
I lost in top 8 off of 1,000 DP. Some other matches throughout the day, the DP thresholds were a little rough. So we try to combat that with Joust and the 2-drop Tamer to get plus 1,000 DP. But sometimes you don't have those. If you have the Gabu, usually you have 8 cards in hand, so the 1,000 could have helped a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, because last game I swung into a Blitz Omni when I should have won and died on the first check with Bond. And all right, we'll go level 4s. So 4 of hybrid Kumo, just the standard hybrid.
Only 2 event packs.
Only 2 event packs. Unfortunately, we couldn't find any more. We put it out there to get some more. We couldn't find any more.
Yes, sir.
So strip sometimes important. Felt like it had more utility than just like 4 Lobo or something like that.
Right.
So we did 4 Kumo.
Yep.
And then we'll just do the other. I guess he's a hybrid. He's the sauce.
Oh yes, sir. 3 of the promo.
3 of the promo to go into Ancient. Couldn't find room for a 4th. Didn't really want to play a 4th because most of the time you're ending the game with hybrids.
Yeah, you really only need to see like 1 of this.
Yeah,
and
you
then
need to see just 1 of this and 1 Ancient. So 3 just for consistency.
Right.
And then 1 Lobo and 1 Kendo.
Oh, you were playing? I thought you were memeing. I did not know you were actually playing Kendo.
We did play the Kendo. It's a good target off the Ancient deletion. It's also really good off the EX Gabu. So you can swing, you can draw a card, reveal 3, plus 1, and bounce a rookie. So it had actually a lot of value today. So
and then just the regular vanilla Lobo, just an extra target.
Just a better DP threshold. We're not running any
Korikaku?
Any Korikaku.
Oh, really? Okay.
Nothing like that.
Okay.
So it's just supposed to be all gas. Like Gabu, pure Gabu, blue hybrid is more of a defensive deck, but this is just to close out games. So we didn't have enough room for Korikaku. So
makes sense.
And then for the last level 4, we had 2 Leomon.
Leomon. This is some sauce, bro. How spicy was this card?
Yeah,
How good was
this card came up a lot. Mostly it's basically just you swing, you die, you draw the card, and then you go into your hybrid too. So it just gives you the memory to go into another level 4. It only came up once in my last round as a blocker, but other than that, it was just I was swinging this to get the EX Gabu value, the Upa draw, and the 2 memory and a draw. So it's just a lot of value off 1 card with the inheritables.
And even potentially being able to like end turns with it, right?
Yeah.
Like blocking and then it dies, you pass turn to yourself.
Choking out 1 while it's a blocker. I didn't do that much today, but yeah, it definitely is a good utility card to like help you save the game if you need it in a pinch. So. And then
Okay,
Beowulf. Yeah, recycle hybrids. Also, I actually had, mostly in testing, a few games where I went promo Lobo and Raising Beowulf on top of that, and then I would promote and do Ancient for 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so Ancient for 3, it gets to live because you just reduce the cost.
Right.
And then I also, most of the time, this deck has so much memory that I would Ancient, get the memory to go into Bond on top of Ancient. So it was just, and then the Bond wouldn't die, you wouldn't exit security. So
Right, and that's like 4 swings right there.
yeah, it's 4 swings, and and it bounces rookies. It does what it does best. 1 cost on a level 4 over
Right.
a Tamer. So Beowulf's a good card.
Yeah.
And then we have the boy, 3 Bond.
Yes, sir.
Have enough consistency cards to see it at 3 pretty much always. So just more consistency cards and more of the red package tech to cut one of these down. So
Bond does Bond things.
3 of these, and then 3 of the guy.
Ancient Gabubond.
Ancient.
Is this the reason you wanted to play this deck?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This card's crazy.
Last night we were just looking at cards, and then my buddy Brandon pulled out a play set of these, and I was like, you know what, I want to play Ancient.
Yeah, like
so,
fuck it, let's play Ancient Bond.
We wanted
Like
to do Bond Ancient,
Yeah.
but I wanted the red package because I just thought it was, I just wanted to go,
Yeah,
man. I just
yeah.
wanted to go fast.
Yeah.
So this awesome card. A lot of the time I'm going Flower Gabu promo and then warping into Ancient. So it's only 3 memory, swing, unsuspend, and then going into Bond on top of that as well. So multiple games I had enough memory to do the warp and go into Bond in the same turn, and that's just 4 checks. And then especially with the red package that we have, which is Joust, it's just it's insane.
that's ending games like off of 3 memory, like you said. It's so efficient.
Yeah. So we will do the Tamers now. So formats, obviously, you don't want to run any less. You want to be able to bond at any time, and it's just so much value off the Gabus. It sets up all your plays. It's just your draw engine, your resource engine. So no less than 4. So I did 2 Davis, just memory setter, searches your pieces. This deck is more piece reliant than just pure Bond. So Davis, we wanted to be at 3, but I didn't feel comfortable with just 2 sources as a red Tamer, so this was the cut we made.
Okay.
And then 2 of these. So I think this is what really makes the red package viable, because you still have a blue source for a Tamer, and then you also get the red source for the red cards we have.
Right.
It also came up like almost the whole day, the +1 memory with 8 cards. Usually I have 8 cards, so I'm always gaining +1 memory. If they have 8 cards, it's +2 memory. So it's just as good as a Sorojo, which what this spot would have been if it was just playing Bond.
Right.
But it's almost unconditional because you draw a lot of cards in Digimon. So
How often did like the bouncing a level 3 come up?
it did come up one time with Ancient.
Okay.
So I swung Ancient, unsuspended, suspended this to bounce a rookie. So it did come up.
Yeah.
Usually Bond, you're going on Flower Gabu, so you can bottom deck whatever you have on there.
Right.
But if you have like a EX Gabu and you're going into Bond, and yet there's like multiple things on board, it does come up for sure. But yeah, mostly you use it with Ancient.
Yeah, lost utility.
So 1 analog.
One of analog use.
Yeah, I mean, it came up a lot today. The Ancient dying at the end of turn, or even in a lot of Secon matchups, I would go into Bond, bottom deck their level 5 Magnas, their pieces that they need to like keep.
They can't hellside that back
keep
or whatever.
recovering.
Yeah.
So I didn't care if my Bond died because I had analog. I would just hatch, and then I would go into another like good, Flower Gabu or any other Gabu and have another Bond ready to go the next turn. So I always had a rookie in a lot of matchups. It was between 2 analog and 2 ancient, but I decided to go 3 ancient, 2 analog, because if I bottom an ancient early, I don't want to have only 2 options.
Yeah, you need to see it.
Yeah. And then the 2-drop tie.
Okay, this is an interesting red source. So why this one?
Plus 1,000, 2-drop. You can use it to choke a lot of the times. I could have done another 4-drop, but it's a lot of memory. 4's a lot of memory to give in this format.
Yeah.
2, you can choke, and also the DP threshold does help a lot. Bond, mostly ancient and stuff like that, but like even against Wargray X, when they get their plus 3,000, they're at 15 or they're at the BT1 one was a problem. They're at 14, so they crash. And I was hitting a lot of Blitz Omnis today and stuff like that. So the +1 to get it to 15 just helped a lot. Yeah. And we will go into the options. So 3 Hammer Spark,
Of course.
wanted to do 4, but you see it enough at 3. This is probably one of the most important cards in the deck because you're just so memory dependent on. Usually you're waiting for your opponent to take your life down, and then you're doing one big push for game. So Hammer Spark just facilitates everything. And then 3 Blue Mem Boost. I wouldn't play 3 in like just pure Bond, but you know you're looking for your pieces, and then you can just go crazy if you have a Spark Blue Mem Boost, a mat on just a single mat on board. You have everything you need to win the game the next
Yeah,
turn.
I think like in our match, you had like a Davis plus this, and you did like 4 damage.
Yeah,
like it was crazy.
Yeah, and then we have the Joust. So
Sir.
we were doing plug-in, just regular Bond. I always thought that 2 memory was enough. It's unconditional security +1.
Right. Whereas this is like you have to be less.
Yeah, equal or less, but usually when you warp, you're less security, so
Right,
it's,
exactly.
it's useful, and it gives you the +2000 DP, which is important as well, because just +1 on a plug-in isn't enough. A lot of the times, you're hitting Death X, you're hitting Omni, you're hitting all kinds of level 7s that just kill you. So it was really good. Ancient with this is also amazing. It's 4 checks. A few games I would hybrid first, swing the hybrid. It would live. I would Lightning Just first, because if you go less, you don't get the security plus. But then you warp, you swing 2 checks, unsuspend the hybrid and ancient, swing 2 checks, and then you can swing for game that way. So it's 6 checks that way. But this deck just has like a lot of potential just to OTK out of nowhere. So, and then shout out just
Team Ice Wall.
One Ice
Yes,
Wall.
sir. The broken one up.
Have to play the Ice Wall.
You do, yes, sir. And no ADP in this list.
No ADP. It's so blue hybrid. You don't care if your ancient dies because you get to play a body. Bond is. It would be nice on Bond, but I preferred the DP over the
ADP
security
effect.
protection. And most of the time you're clearing with blue hybrids, so you don't really need ADP to finish the game.
You're hybrid poking one by one.
Yeah, you're hybrid poking.
Yeah.
If it gets removed, it gets removed. You don't care about it. Nothing else is on board. So I didn't feel the need. I'd rather have security plus and DP than a safe security check.
All right, bro. Well, awesome list. Thank you again for the profile. Any shout outs you want to give us?
Shout out to Team Icefall, shout out to the homies that helped me come up with the deck, and yeah.
All right, bro. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.